There we go. I messed it up. Hey, we're here. Holy cow. We are here. We're good to go. Welcome, everyone. Made it. Just warmed up some mac and cheese. Let me finish that real quick while you guys get all situated. Got a nice beverage there. Let me get the commercials out here. Thanks for joining us. We got it. We'll be ready to go in a few seconds here. I was trying to push it back a few minutes and it just went live. Let's do it. Want some good eating. All right, there we go. This is pineapple juice and water. Got our coins. Here's the box from the thumbnail right there. Got that from the bank. Gail and Scott, Diana, Florida Loon News. Welcome, everybody. Get underway. I've got to turn some lights on. It's really dark. The YouTuber just went live. There's that light. And that light. Thank you, Gary, by the way. Makes it much brighter. There we go. Johnny B, Weedman the Great. Do have my glasses. Got some card packs. Got some pennies. Got some nickels. We're good to go. And we're going to bust open one of these 1990 baseball upper deck boxes today. Unwrap it here for you. 1990, the low series. Got the King Griffey Jr., the Frank Thomas. Bunch of rookies in it. Yep, Mrs. Cash will be here tomorrow. Looking forward to it. Hopefully bright and early. Looks like the flight will be available in the morning, so we'll get her here right away. Unless she gets bumped like per usual. All right, 1990 upper deck. Looking for that King Griffey Jr. right there, plus some other great cards. Do some cards and coins tonight. Yeah, last night was fun, wasn't it? Looking forward to it. I got a new box of pennies that got it from the bank just the other day. It's in the thumbnail. It's got the upper deck plastic on this, so you know it's fresh. There we go. The nasty plastic. Has some age on it. Brand new packs, 1990. What's up there, Barbara L. Bar Rose? Good to see you. Let me finish my mac and cheese. This is from last night. It's my leftovers. Get this down, and then we'll keep going. BDP. New card smell. That's right. 31 months. Outstanding. Thank you for that. Of course, if you were with us yesterday, you saw the creation of this collectible card, 3D collectible. We may just be doing another one tonight. You never know. Let me swallow this and we'll keep going. All right. Start with our first pack, 1990 upper deck. Is that Ricky Henderson, the first card? Probably not. It's definitely not Ricky Henderson. It's Rob Nelson of the band Nelson. Got Kent Merker rookie card. There he is. One of the Braves pitchers during their big run. Tony Castillas, Bill Landrum. What's up, Daniel Berry Sports Highlights? Darren Jackson, Dennis Powell. It's got a sticker. Who do we got here with the Omar Vizquel? It's an Astros sticker. Eric Davis, Dwight Evans, Mark Lemke, and Damaso Garcia with Mike Heath on the back. So nothing in our first pack. Nothing exciting in the first pack. Margie Branch, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Sven Julian, good to have you here. 1990 upper deck has the Sammy Sosa rookie card. I find a Sosa. It's got the Deion Sanders baseball rookie card. It's got a bunch of other stuff in here too. So we need Deion. Sosa used to sell for $12 to $15. Sold really good too back in the late, and then the early, yeah. Not lately. Will Clark, Francisco Cabrera, Miguel Garcia. Angie's here. Put it on the list. Angie's list. Kevin Romine. Michael Andretti, Felix Jose, Derek Lilliquist, Kevin Batiste, Pat Borders, Joel Skinner. Another not exciting pack. Juan Nieves and Danny Darwin. Kevin Small, thanks for being here. Scott and Diana and Kevin and Vin Julian. Everybody's here. Margie's here. Let's keep going. 0 for 2 on the pack so far. Of a brand new box, factory sealed, 1990 Upper Deck. We'll take a different stack. Let's go to a different stack here. Scott Coolball, rookie. He went to Japan after playing a couple years for the Rangers. Did pretty good over there. And we have Juan Gonzalez. So had this been 1990, 1991, 1992, I'd be shouting because these are selling for $5 to $10 a piece. And I've got over 300 of these. I figured Juan Gonzalez was one of the greatest ball players ever. Turns out he enjoyed orange, apple, pineapple, and other types of juice, allegedly. Hensley Mullins. Username, are these all original? Yes, these are 1990 original packs of Upper Deck. There's Walt Weiss. He went on to coach the Rockies. We'll put that right over here in the McPuddin collection. Let's put it right up there. There we go. Bruce Hurst. These are original unopened packs, so we can guarantee they're unopened because they were wrapped in the plastic. That's right, Rockies great, Walt Weiss. John Moses. Keith Hernandez. There he is. A whole different Keith Hernandez. Put that one over here too. The whole corner of the Keith Hernandez. So 2 good ones. Then we got Don Mattingly coming up. Back then he would have been, all right, Don Mattingly. Still a good ball player. Kurt Stillwell, Ruben Sierra, Lance Parrish, Rick Leach, and John Tudor. So at least we got something here. Do you send any cards to get graded? Yes, I do, periodically. Periodically we do. By the way, if you're on the previous live stream, multiple copyrights. It's amazing. Mostly the biggest one, the first one that hit, was during the fireworks show. I've sent a few cards to be graded. I buy graded cards if anything looks really good. But typically, back in the day with the card shop, we were all raw dogs. We just sold them as they were. When they first came out, Andres Galarraga, the big cat, the big Rocky. Back in the day when the grading services came out, we're like, what a scam. Now I wish I would have thought of it. Dave Parker, Hall of Famer. Decent card. Corey Snider, Vince Coleman, Brian Cutterbuck, Jose Lean. Even if they were reproductions, I never sold reproductions. There's tribute cards, not reproductions. A reproduction is when they counterfeit them. But they'll make like a current year Mickey Mantle card. It's not a reproduction, it's a Mickey Mantle card from the current year. It's just not an old, while he was playing card. Andre Dawson right there. My office would be back in shape. All right, here we go. Another pack. That's 2 with some good stuff in it. 39 folks here. We're going to do some of these, and we're going to do some of those. Found some more rolls of silver $50. Originals, not reproductions. Gary Dixon, what's going on? Is that Kevin Mitchell? Dean Palmer came out as a big hitter and then really didn't do much after a couple of years. These are the examples that when everyone's hyped up right now about the hottest rookie and the Paul Skeens and the whoever's and the Elliot Delia Cruz and you know, they're just the greatest ball players ever. Well, so is this guy. Now I wouldn't even put him in a sleeve. I don't want to waste a sleeve on him. And that's what's going to happen to all these guys that you're collecting today and last year and the week before. And you got to be very careful. You got to collect them because you like them. Otherwise, there's going to be one guy that's going to take off. You know, but most of them go back into the junk boxes. David Cohn, greatest pitcher ever until he wasn't. Mike Scott, Roberto Kelly, Mike Belicki, Andre Dawson's real card, not the art card, 357 as a card number. He's in the Hall of Fame. 1990 upper deck. Thank you, Jody FJ, for dropping that. John Russell, a lot of Rangers cards for some reason. All right, that was a decent stack. We're going to go to the bottom stack and see if we got anything in here. Marquise Grissom rookie card. Marquise. And we'll show you what happens here. So it's card number 9. So in the next pack here will be card number 10 or card number 8. That's how it's done. So when you buy one of these and it's not wrapped up from the factory, there's a good chance people have already gone through it. Definitely a couple of errors available. That guy, Bryn Smith, Johnny Ray, Glenn Braggs, Ozzie Guillen, Don August. Who's our sticker? California Angels. Got Kevin Seitzer. He was the hottest rookie for the longest time. I don't think he played 6 years. Zane Smith. Is that 2 Zane Smiths back-to-back? 607? It sure is. So Zane Smith intersection. Tom Candiotti. Mike and Claudia, welcome. We're going back to the 90s exactly. I love the 90s. Late 80s, early 90s. We're looking for the Ken Griffey Jr., which is in the next pack or not. I believe it's the next pack as a Ken Griffey Jr. because I believe it's card 155. So I'm searching the packs for you right now. I'll show you how they do it. So card 155, I believe, is Ken Griffey Jr. We got Tony Phillips right there. The previous pack didn't have him in it, unless that was the first pack. So it's going to be either Ken Griffey Jr. or card 153. Let's see which one it is. Got KGJR or card 153. You can have a couple in here. Let's see if we get the Ben McDonald error. There's Jose Bautista, Luis Salazar, Bruce Ruffin, Jay Howell, Dale Svem, Kurt Manwaring, Cal Ripken Jr. He's in the Hall of Fame. There he is. He's eyeing the streak at this point. Not quite there yet. He's still about 5 years away from the streak, from breaking Lou Gehrig's record. Jeff Hamilton. All right, 153. It's going the wrong way. Card 153. So we missed Griffey. So the previous box, probably the bottom pack, if it's, we don't know that we got that one, but in the case, the bottom pack would have the Griffey in it. Doesn't mean we won't find another Griffey, but it's not in this streak here. But how do you predict card 153 would be in the pack? Because that's how it is, and that's how they searched these back in the day. So you got to be very careful when you go into card shops that they haven't put together several boxes after they pull out the good cards of boxes, then they put the rest of the packs together. I think yesterday we pulled out some good cards right away in our Fleer box, but we kept going. We opened the whole thing instead of just stopping and then putting another box together. Got lots of other cards on the way. Did some shopping today on the Bay. We'll see what we get. Kurt Stillwell, Dave Steve. There's a Randy Johnson card in here we're going to find. Chad Kruder, Steve Lyons, Saberhagen, Greg Jeffries with the Mets. There's Don Slott, Mickey Tettleton. There's your Mickey card. Kevin McReynolds, Bobby Jennings. Love to find a Bobby Jennings. Bud Black. Oh! Sorry about that. Hold on. Try to catch a card. I tried to catch the Bud Black card as it was flying away. Randy Myers, Von Hayes, and Von Hayes. 2 Von Hayes cards. So that means the next one, the next pack will have cards 6 and 8 in it. Get ready for that. Cards 6 and 8 will be in the next pack. Felt like a blunt object? Yes. Just going to flip it right over to cards 6 and 8. It's got to be in here somewhere. Ken Oberkfell, Greg Olson, Brian Harper. Got Barry Larkin, Hall of Famer. There he is, Barry Larkin, great shortstop in the Hall of Fame. Sox, Mike Scioscia. This is live, my line dancer. This is 100% live. Appreciate you being here. Spider Small and his bootleg buddies. Let's get a LeBron for the boys. Yes, if I pull a LeBron out of here, I'll be a millionaire. There's cards 6 and 8. Oh, who predicted that? Who predicted cards 6 and 8 would be in the next pack? That's crazy how he did that. It's almost like magic. Amazing. All right, let's go to this stack right here. Open it up, baby. Oh, we got the Sammy Sosa rookie card. There he is right there. There's Sammy. Been a huge celebration back in the day. He's the LeBron James of baseball. There he is right there. Let's do it. It's just like pulling a LeBron card. Sammy freaking Sosa. Outstanding. Sammy. Put him right in a sleeve still, even to this day. His complexion sure has changed. Yes, card number 17. Very cool. Sammy. We definitely would have kept him. Oh, here's Tom Glavine. He's in the Hall of Fame. A couple years after his rookie. Jay Bell, great player. Joe Bouvier, depending on what part of Louisiana you're from. Dave Smith again. Got a few of those. Henry Cotto. Pat Tabler. Thank you so much, Kevin Small. We'll get the official word on the 20th, but yes, no more C. Now I just got to manage it and make sure that doesn't come back, which should be easy enough to do. Just having good food like macaroni and cheese from Chick-fil-A. Right now, it's eat anything I can eat to keep. I've actually put on some weight in the last several days too, so that's a huge deal. That's a big step forward. For the longest time there, I wasn't putting weight on. I was actually losing weight. But now it's actually coming back on. I'm back up to 188 pounds. I got all the way down to 182. My height, I was at 226. So I lost well over a lot of pounds. And then we're coming back. There's Bobby Bonilla. Card number 16. Sammy was 17, right? Kevin Ritz, rookie. Rod Nichols. Frank Tanana. I'm going to try to get back up to around 200 pounds. I'm going to hold on there. Paul Molitor, Hall of Famer, Paul Molitor. Just a hit machine, over 3,000 hits. Jeff Treadway doesn't have the thing on his hat. There's Tim Raines, Hall of Fame. Rafael Palmeiro, Hall of Shame. Dave Bergman, Jack Doherty, and John Cangelosi. Do a couple more here, then we'll try another series of packs. Welcome you all. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. If you're not new to the channel, thank you for subscribing. David West. There's a Barry Larkin. It's his team checklist card. Hall of Famer. We'll keep that one. Jack Morris is also in the Hall of Fame. Back-to-back Hall guys. If you don't collect anything but Hall of Famers, you'll do okay. Mike Felder. Ricky Henderson, a third one in the pack. There's Ricky. It's the year after he stole the record base. Joey Cora. Pete Smith. Joel Skimmer. David West possibly an error. Yes. What is the error on the David West? Wasn't it Jamie West or Mickey West? They had the name. I think it was Jamie West. This might be the error. Let me know. I'll put it in a sleeve. eDog949C, welcome. Good to have you here tonight. Put them right over there. Let's go to the bottom of the stacks. That is not the error. That's the corrected version. Okay, thank you. I got a bunch of the Jamie ones. Nolan Ryan, front of the pack. Look at that. Nolan Ryan, 5,000 strikeouts. That's a sweet card right there. Steve Miller, how you doing? Good to have you here. Remember, if you're a channel member, we have a giveaway at the end of, this is 1990 is this set right here, 1990. Nolan Ryan, 5,000 strikeouts card. Outstanding. If you just collected Nolan Ryans, you would have done great. Gene Nelson, Alan Trammell should be in the Hall. Jay Buhner, he's in the Seinfeld Hall of Fame. Jamie Mickey Weston, yes, that's what it is. Thank you. I know some stuff. I'm glad you're here. So Mike Gallego in the 89 Upper Deck, they showed it. The bat's right and he throws right, and they had him throwing left-handed on the back of the card before they corrected that one. This is back when there was a lot of error cards. Come on, baby. Al Newman, Harold Baines, Hall of Famer. Lots of Hall of Famers in this. Lots of them. Because it's been so many years, they've all had a chance to finish their careers. Kevin Seitzer's not in the Hall. Ken Griffey, Sr. Got the senior card. We'll hold on to that one. Over time, I think he'll be more and more collectible. I believe. He's like LeBron James because he played with his kid. Yes, Tim Raines, Hall of Fame. That's Ken Griffey Sr. is baseball's LeBron James. It all makes sense now. The error card craze started in 81 with the Greg Nettles, yes. There's the Fleer rookie checklist. Everyone's favorite card. Followed by a Deion Sanders rookie card. Wait till you see his picture on this one. Deion had a different look back then. You guys ready? Deion Sanders. Here we go. Boom, baby. There he is. He did not write Roselle on there, like Jim, what's his name, the quarterback? Yeah, McMahon. The funky QB known as McMahon. There he is. There's Deion's rookie card. That goes in the McPuddin collection. All things Colorado. This guy, that guy. I'm in the wrong place. Tim Tuffle. Tim Tuffle. Rob Ducey. Alejandro Pena. Mickey Hatcher, who's our sticker. Minnesota Twins. Got another Greg Jeffries. Would have been great back in the day. Don Slott again. Wayne Tollinson. Off cut. See part of the next card right there. Look at that. Wow, we got an error card. Wonder if that's part of the, it's like down here, the small part of the Y is missing. It's right up there. Wonder if all the Wayne Tollinsons are on one sheet. Interesting. If it was a coin, it'd be worth something. Here it's just a crappy print. Ken Anderson and Ruben Sierra. Outstanding cards. All right, let me put these guys aside. We're going to bust open a few more of the 88 Fleer. We'll go back a year, 1 year older. Pick some of this stuff up here. Did not get a Griffey. We may pull a few more packs here in a bit. Hey, Coach and everyone, what's going on? It's Steve Michaels. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us tonight. We did get the Nolan Ryan. That was nice. All right, let's pull you out of here. There they are, 1988 Fleer. The best card in here is the Glavine rookie, probably. And then, of course, all the... Yeah, definitely rare for Upper Deck to have an error like that. Then, of course, all the Hall of Famers. Joe Niekro. I know Phil's in the Hall. Did Joe make it? Even if he did, I'm not keeping it. Randy Myers, Corey Snider. Buddy Bell went on to be a coach, a manager. Eric Davis and Darryl Strawberry. Dave Smith, lots of wins. Ron Hassey, Leon Durham, Glenn Bragg's rookie. Paul Asemacher, Mike Campbell, rookie. That guy. And Matt Noakes. He's a left-handed hitting catcher. Bats left, throws right. When my kid was playing baseball as a left-hander, he wanted to be a catcher, and everyone's like, that's crazy. Do you know how expensive left-handed catcher mitts are? And left-handed catcher masks? Just difficult. Busch Stadium, home of the St. Louis Cardinals. Capacity 50,222. First game on 5/12/66. Right. Playing field right and left 330 feet. Center 414 feet. The Busch. That guy. Floyd. Jerry. Probably should have put the gloves on. Dale Murphy, Hall of Famer. Dave Hengel. Chris Spire. Chet Lemon, Detroit Tigers. Ed Whitson, Ken Gerhardt, Ralph Bryant, Tony Phillips, Hubie Brooks, Expos, Kevin Seitzer, and Tom Browning. That would be a dud pack. Remove the sandpaper falling out of his glove. Yes. The Necros, yes. It's great stuff. Look at this one. It's all jacked up. I think it was just a bad packaging. I believe. What's up, Toxic? Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Mark Thurmond, the Thurminator. Kurt McCaskill, Dale Mahork, the Mahorkinator. Mike Aldretti, Gene Nelson, Chris Brown, Ed Romero, Lenny Dykstra, Hall of Famer Dave Winfield. Super Dave. Only weighed 220 pounds. 6'9", 6'6". Coach, are you and Mark gonna do a golf cart stream at some point? Got to get the golf cart first. Right now it's in storage because we're getting ready to tear down some buildings for Midtown, so it's not even here at the hotel right now. Once we get some of that stuff built, then it'll come back. But definitely. Wally, yes, Joiner's in here. All right, this is the Jack Murphy Stadium. Doesn't exist anymore. I believe they built some apartments there. The Murph for the Padres. They tore it down. They're downtown now. John Davis. Spike Owen. Randy St. Clair. About to go to bed. Have a big day tomorrow. It's going to be a great day. All right, Toxic, have a good one. Thanks for being here. Jay Bell. Rookie card. I'm actually going to keep that one. Les Lancaster, Harold Baines, Hall of Fame, Chicago White Sox, Oral Hershiser, Jay Aldrich, Jeff Blauser, rookie, Eric Bell, some of those Braves from the 90s, Kevin Bass, Edwin Nunez, and Steve Lake. Is he part of the all fish team? You got your trouts, your salmons, your bass, and you got Lake. Roy Smalley. Keith Hughes of the Phillies. John Franco. Or Julio Franco. Why did I say John? Rob Murphy. John Franco. There's that guy in the middle. That's Cal. There's only 2 or 3 stadiums left from the stickers, probably. They've rebuilt everybody. Even the Yankee stadium's new. John Marzano. Frank DePino, Dan Plesac, pitcher, but with a bat. Terry Harper, Pat Perry, Rick Rischel, Frank Tanana, John Kruk, and a Walt Weiss rookie card. Walt Weiss rookie card. That's the rookie card for Walt Weiss right there. That's the best one. We're in the McPuddin collection. There we go. One more of the 88s here. Does the Loon Flamingo have a card? Not yet. Not yet. We're thinking about doing a card set with all of our caricatures. All the spinners and the performers and Little Mr. T and all that stuff. Alvin Davis, checklist. Scott Lusauter. Chuck Finley. Yeah. Chuck Finley. Pete Cavilla. Dave Dravecki. Lost his arm. Bill Buckner lost the ball. Andy Hawkins. Sid Fernandez. Rick Roden. There's Dale Murphy and Keith Hernandez. A special Keith Hernandez card. Put that over there as well. All right, those are some 88s. Let's see what else we got here for you baseball fans or hockey fans or what have you. Just hearing his name hurts your arm, yes. You see a Babe Ruth in there? Yes, we'll find a Babe Ruth for you. Babe Ruth coming up. Ouch. This is 1992, Series 2. Bruce Hurst, Jeff Robinson, Scott Erickson, Jeff Ballard, Al Newman, Steve Howe, Junior Felix, guess that was intentional. Cal Ripken Jr., there's another one. We got a bunch of Cals. Angie, have a good one. Thank you so much. Was that Keith before he spit on Newman or Kramer? Exactly, Richard D. That's the pre-spitting card. Don Mattingly, there he is. Mitch Williams, Kevin Brown, Eric Bullock, Greg Jeffries, so many Jeffries cards. Juan Behringer, and finally Alonzo Powell. Lots of Seinfeld references on this channel. I love it. Keep them coming. All right, we got a 1991 Upper Deck. It's a miss package, but we're going to open it because it may have a really cool card in here. Too late now. It's torn. 1991 Upper Deck. Let's get a Chipper Jones rookie. Yo, Chippa. Carney Lansford. Roberto Alomar is a Hall of Famer. There he is right there. Matt Noakes again. Scott. Todd Benzinger, Scott's friend. Mary, have a good evening. Thank you so much for being here. Coming up next is coins. John Schmaltz, also a Hall of Famer. As I fumble with the cards here. Tom Gordon, Pete Incaviglia, Jay Howell, Devon White, Moises Alou, Rodrosian, Harnish, Sanderson, Boucher, and the Houston checklist. Is that Glenn Davis? It sure is. Excellent. All right, cool. Let's go to the coins now. Got more of these later. Probably tomorrow we'll do before Mrs. Cash gets here. You never know. These guys off to the side. Put this over here with these guys. These guys over here with those guys. And let's open some rolls. We'll start with some nickels. We'll do the same thing we did yesterday. D. Baldy, how's it going? Who made a bigger impact, Carney Lansford or Carney Wilson? Carney Wilson when she did the cannonball. Exactly. She made a change. 7 rolls. We'll go 8 rolls. We did 9 rolls yesterday. There we go. We got 9 rolls. We're going to do them in order. There we go. 9 rolls. 1 through 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We got some pennies. Sandy Alomar didn't make it in the Hall of Fame. Nope, but his brother did. I'm sure they have fun at Christmas. 57 fine folks here hanging out with us. Hopefully you saw the stream earlier when we were at Las Vegas. Did the fireworks. 2, 4, 6, 7. 2 more. We'll do 9 and 9. Jones rookie was a shortstop. Yes. He signed your card? Cool. And Macon. Fantastic. Chippa. Larry. They used to chant his name. Larry. Good times back in the day. All right, we're going to do our first roll here. Let me put my glasses on so I can watch. Move the thing up here so we can pull out the bad cards and put them in here. Put our picking cards over on this side. There's just so much to do here. All right, first one is a roll of pennies. Let's get into it. Mets fan hated him. Yes, they just hated him. It's very funny. First guy with a card you ever met. Very cool. Chippa. Yeah, we used to do all the spring training games in Arizona. You'd go get their cards and try to get them to autograph, then immediately go sell them. And they knew it. That's why they hated it. They had less control then than they do now. All right, how are we going to do this? Let me turn it up. Turn down for what? I got to move this and plug in the phone so we don't lose power. All right, give me a second. Don't want to lose power. There we go. All right, what do we got? Keeping all the copper. That's not a copper. And not a copper. 2023, 22. Whatever that was. I think this one right here looks like it's a copper. But it isn't. It's a early one. 1990. 2012. Looking for those 83s and 84s and 95s. Notice we have not found a 95 yet. 1995, the Philadelphia one. There's an 83 right there. We're going to check that one out. Chance for an error. Oh, and an 82. I'm going to show you the small date on the 82. Hopefully you'll find a big date and we'll show you the difference. Very cool. That's our first small date 82. There's an 84 Denver. What do we got here? 1966, copper. 1979, copper. 1980, copper. Those guys. This one's got some crud on it. Looks like a few coppers in a row here. The copper pennies, 1979. 1968S or 69S. Oh, it's damaged. That might be a 69. We'll take a look at it, but it is damaged. That's too bad. It might have been a double die worth $100,000. We'll never know. Take a look at it, see if that's mint damage or post-mint damage. Is that 84? What year is that one? We'll take a look at that one as well. Up close, 75. That one. 99. We know that one's not. 06 and another copper one, possibly. All right, let's zoom in on some of these here and see what we got. What year is this one? 1982? Is that 82? Yes, okay, so there's the 82 big date. That's the large date, 1982. Let me find that small date one we had. All right, here's the small date one. Where do we go? All right. That it? That's it right there. Let's see if we can get the reflection on it for you. All right, look at the 2. That's 2002, never mind. 2002, my eyes don't work. Disregard, I got so excited. It's this one here. 88. 1988, not 83. Boy, my eyesight is crap. There's 1960. I think I chewed up. What year is that? 69S, 1969S. That could be a mint error, but it looks like it's falling apart. This might actually be a really collectible coin. Oh my gosh. It might be. There's some additional damage to it. But that might be the end of a planchet roll of the metal. It's splitting. Look at that. That doesn't happen like that. I'm going to hold on to this one. Because if that's from the mint that way, it's worth some money. If it's done by a human just afterwards, it's not. It's a tough call. I can see some human damage on it. Let's hold on to that one. Very cool. And then, of course, the 83 we didn't have. Or there it is. It's 82. What was the last one we had here? Another 82. All right. Not as exciting as I thought it would be, but that's cool. All right, let's go over here. Roll number 1 of the nickels. Very shiny. Shiny coins are best. Appreciate y'all hanging out. Got 54 people here tonight. There's so many other things to do on a Friday night, but I wanted to do this again and keep the streak going. Had so many finds yesterday. They can't all be like yesterday, but what if they were? That would have been so cool. Still looking for the 75 with the floating mint mark. I've got some floating mint marks, 64 half dollars. I don't know if those have any value. Been selling them off as silver. Got a couple $1,000s in silver value sitting right over here that we'll make a transaction on maybe this weekend. Use that to pay off medical bills. Now that I'm not going to be having other treatments, they're going to want all their money. 1967, keep that one. 11p, we'll keep that one. 84, 89. Should I mess one up there? All right. 1981, it's ugly. 95 nickel. Oh, we got an old one. We got 1958. Is it a Philadelphia or Denver? It's a Denver. 1958 Philadelphia. They just have a certain look about them. They're a little bit different. 21, 22. Still no 24s or 25s. 90, we'll keep that one. Looking for the 09s, the 10s, the 8s, the 83s, and the 82s. Um, 23, 97. Let me zoom in a little bit. You guys can see what I'm looking at. 17, 20, 74. Not too bad. 2020. Okay, this one's got a mint mark on the back side. It's a D. It's probably a 64. It's a 64, but we'll keep that one. 91. Keeping all the 90s now. 02. Oops. Those guys. Nothing there. And that guy. Cool. All right, let's go to the pennies. This one looks like it's got a copper one on the end here. How much above spot do you sell your junk silver? I don't know. I just basically right now you get a roll of like $50 for $269 to $289 on eBay. And then there's shipping and all that on top of it. So what I would do is look at what the standard price is and basically just sell it directly with a PayPal sale because then I don't have to pay the eBay fees. And I wouldn't charge any real premium over that. So it's just whatever it's like 25 times face right now, I think, or 26 times face is what they're selling for. Just depends. It changes a little bit each day, if that makes sense. I'll take best offers too. It's a straight transaction. Shipped with insurance, priority mail, that kind of stuff. What's a 38 and 38D nickel in MS65? If it's a true MS65 certified, it's worth a bunch of money. Either one of them. All right, let's go. If you just say it's an MS65, then nobody will buy it. 1971. Nobody, not since the start of, grading has anyone done that. Is that 87 or 82? It's like 87. It's shiny. Zoom in on it. 87, okay. Look at this one right here. What's the date on that one? 1974, goes into the Tina H collection. Trying to collect all the 1974s, get a whole roll for her. There's another one. Very cool. Intel Wild. How about that? Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Outstanding. It's been a while. Been a wild. Thanks for joining us. Rest of these guys right here. Nice. Oh, here we got one of the Lincoln pennies, a different one. We found the 2 of the other ones. There's 4 different varieties. Look at that one right there. There's Abe, the 2009 pennies. Keep that one. Very cool. Thank you, Abe. 99. Taking away most of our hot stuff machines. The 69, is that a D? Might be an S. We'll take a look at that one as well. Junk. We're going to put most of these in Coinstar that we've gone through the last several days. We'll do that this weekend for fun. I've got a box of quarters to go through in Texas next weekend. All right, 1969. That's a D. Or a very weak S. That's a D. Is that an S? That is an S. It's a D. It's a D. Is it a D and an S? We'll go with the D on that one. All right, cool. Yeah, most of the hot stuff machines, anywhere we go, they've been taking them out for some reason. I don't know why. They got the new generation hot stuffs, but no, not as much fun as it was before. Intel's the reason we played hot stuff. Intel Wild with the challenge. It's fantastic. Back in the day. 79. There's what year is that? 94, 1994, not 84. Very cool. Let's do some nickels. Thank you, Margie. Appreciate it. Come on now. We haven't found a war nickel since yesterday. It's time for another one. Yesterday's find was unique. I've never done that before. Cannot remember a time pulling out that date out of circulation. I bought them, but I've never found one. There's a 1982 Philadelphia. All right, this is a good collector coin. A lot of them are damaged and destroyed. That's small P mint mark there. Little tiny P. It's in decent condition. It's not great. A lot of design still. Got that on the back. It's got a little gash in it. So if it didn't have that little gash there on the back, and if it didn't have the ding up here, I wouldn't sell this for less than $5, but this one's probably a couple bucks. 82 Philadelphia, nice coin. 80, we'll keep that one. 22. 99s, way too many 99s are made. Junk. 23, and what's that? That's a 76. We're keeping all those. The game you played at the end of the premiere today was a lot of fun. Laughed and laughed. Yeah, that was a brand new game. That was at the Gold Coast, and I was on my way out, and I just saw it, and I said, all right, I'll give it a shot. Then, of course, I got too deep into it, but then we hit all 3 bonuses, was able to get out with a big win on that one. So that was fantastic. I don't know if I'll ever play it again. I did have another video. I did come back and play the other game on the other side and got absolutely nothing out of it. So I'm sure it's just one of those, it just got put in jackpots. That was really cool, though, to get all 3 bonuses. 75 Philadelphia. 11. Ugly 91. Ugly 16. No offense to people that are 16. 79. Or 79, interesting. 85s. Oh, we got a silver one. Look at that. We got a silver one. We just said it. Who said it? Did anyone just say it? Raise your hand if I said it. Look at this, 1943. Oh, it's even better because there's a variety. There's a variety of 1943 over 42. We're going to take a peek here. Outstanding. All right, let's take a look at the other ones here. Get them out of here. That's why we do it live, so you can see it actually happen as it happens. Look at that. There's the big P on the back. Big Philadelphia. Some of them have a flagpole that comes out there. I don't see it on this one. But the 42 over 43 variety, let me show you in the red book what it looks like. Let me pull that back out. Put you up here for a second. How about a 56D penny? Looks brand new. If it looks brand new and it smells brand new, it's probably a duck. Let's see here, 1956D. 56D, there's a D above a shadow D. If you have that one, that's a brand new one. I didn't even know about that one. Holy cow. But a normal one uncirculated is 30 cents. But if you got the D over D, 35 bucks for an MS63. That's a brand new one as well. I had no idea about that. Here's the 82 large and small dates. One's thin, one's big. All right, let's go to the nickels real quick. 1943 Philadelphia. 43 Philadelphia. Okay, here we go. For 1943p. Zoom in. You can see there's a little line there where the 2 comes down. So it's a 43 over 42 and a 43 over 42 in very fine. Ours is probably a little less than that, but like 55 bucks. There's also a 43 double I, which we'll take a look at right here. You can see the extra I right here. So we're gonna look for both those, the 43 double I and the 43 over 42. Did we get lucky? What if you got both on the same coin? I don't think you can do that. All right, let's take a look here. It's too worn to know about the double I. That's way too worn, you can't tell. And then let's zoom in on this. I'm gonna have to get the glass out. It's hard to tell. All right, let me get my spyglass. So what do we use? Are you looking for the impossible to find 09 nickel? Yes. Yeah, this is not, there's no 43 over 42 and it's not a double I, but it is a silver nickel. And in keeping with tradition, hold on here, let me get a coin holder, because this is definitely worth putting in a coin holder because it's silver. Go like this, get our stapler. There we go. Always crimp the staples with your snub nose pliers. If you're gonna take them out of a toolbox or tool bag, make sure you let the person know you're taking them, because when they really need them, they'll be pissed when they don't have them. We're gonna write on it what it is. It's a 1943p. Silver. And today is 5/2. 25 live stream. So this goes into our collection of coins that we have found live, and we mark on it when it was, so people can go back and actually watch the video if they want to at some point in the future. All right, that was outstanding. All right, let's find a nice wheat center and an Indian penny now, if I'm going to be calling it. You staple yours at a different angle. Some people only put 3 staples on it. Some people do whatever. I've always been a 4 staple guy. I don't like the little tiny 2x2s or the 1.5 and 1.5s. I hate those. I'm just, this is what I started doing in 1976, and I can't change. There's another 82. Is that the large date zinc? Maybe not. We'll keep that one. The beautiful thing about it is you can do whatever you want. There's no rules. It's the best part of coin collecting. And when you get bored, you don't want to do it anymore, just go put them in the bank. You haven't lost a damn thing. That's a nice 2014 right there. No, keep that one. I don't know why. I just feel like I have to. You have a 43 steel penny, would there be any value to it? Yes. They run, 50 cents, whatever, depending on, there's some varieties of those, and if they're in real high condition, then they have value, but they're probably 50 cents just for a common, 50 cents at this point. All right, 1968 Philadelphia. No mint mark. Very cool. Oh, a 72. We're going to look for the double die again like we did yesterday. I'm going to put that right there. We'll look for the 72 double die. That would be some good money. We'll look at your 1943 steel pennies here in just a second in the book. I love the questions because we get to go to the book, learn together. 704 08D. It's not like the nickels. I'm sure there's plenty of 08 pennies out there. They make billions and billions of them. Okay, let's take a look here. We've got the 43 pennies, 1943. That's new. That, oh wow, 58 double die, 1.1 million. Holy cow, sold in 23. Every year there's a chance for something. So we got to look at all your coins. All right, 1943 steel pennies. Fine condition, 30, 35 cents, 40 cents. Almost uncirculated, 50 cents, 75 cents a dollar. MS 65, $8, $10, and $20. But there's a boldly doubled mint mark. So you got to look for the double D, and that can sell for as much as $1,000 uncirculated. And that's what you're looking for, is that other D there. So they would punch the D in the wrong place. They tried to sand it off or whatever they do with the metal, and they punched it again. And those exist out there. If you have one of those, it's $40 to $1,000, depending on your condition. Very cool. All right, let's take a look at the 72. 1972. They've found so many varieties. 46 S over D, 44 D over S. They had a slip shot operation back then. Where are we at? Okay, 1972. Where'd it go? Thought we had it yesterday. 82, 70. Oh, here it is. 72 double die. So we're looking for the double die and the In God We Trust for the most part here. Okay, let's take a look at our 1972 that we just found in a roll of pennies live on YouTube. You're welcome, Maria. There it is, 1972 Philadelphia. And let's pull this up here. Does not look doubled. But we look at every one of them. Does not look doubled to me. No double Liberty. No double date. We're going to keep it anyway because it's copper. Going to keep the copper. For those of you that don't know, because you haven't been here, we actually are going to melt down some copper pennies, and we're going to make copper ingots, and we're going to stamp them as proprietary metal items that came from the channel here on YouTube. And then we'll probably do giveaways, sell them, whatever we're going to do. But that's coming up. It'll probably be 1 pound and ½ pound copper ingots that we will make for the channel. I have not seen any 2025s yet or 2024s yet on the nickels here. Ooh, here's a nice older one for the older design. It's probably in the 90s, but let's take a look. 1980, not the 90s. Very nice. Keep that one. That was an 02P. Why did I throw that one? Where'd it go? What did I do with it? 02P. That's the last year of that design. All right, here's a 64. Nobody cares. We hate the 64s. 89. 2020. We're looking for the 8s, 9s, and 10s. The 24s and 25s. 25s will be common eventually. 96 we'll keep. Was in decent shape. 1970 in decent shape. And again, we're going to be putting sets together after we go through all these. We'll see what we ended up with, and we'll try to put some sets together. We'll do that live as well. Good evening, Steve. Hope you are well. What's up, JP Vegas? Good to see you. Ronnie said he's looking for a dime piece. I don't think he meant coins, though. Hey, now. Is it not illegal to melt down pennies? It is illegal to do it in large quantities as an industrial activity, but pennies are melted every day. You can also melt silver and other stuff like that, but we're going to do it in small quantities for educational purposes only. And then we're going to sell them. I would like to see the government or whoever's in charge, the Secret Service, take time to prosecute a small-time YouTube guy melting 153 pennies. That would get my channel so much publicity. Use Ziploc bags for your coins? So do we. Very cool. That's exactly what you do. So if you're coming to Loonfest, I have coin books that we'll be giving out as gifts. Once you get here, if you're at Loonfest, you're staying in the hotel, you will get a coin book as part of your welcome gift. Ooh, a beautiful 1983 Denver. Oh, yeah. Here we go. 1983. Look, there's no real damage to it. It's got some great mint luster. Look at the design on that. Nice AU condition. Look at the back there with the design on the building. Very cool. Very cool. Is that a Clash? Ah, that is a real nice coin right there. All right, let me put this over here. We're gonna put that in a holder. We'll show you what that thing's allegedly worth. It's worth a lot more to me probably than anyone else. The kids will find it someday and they'll be very excited. There's a newer Buffalo nickel. The Philadelphia Buffalo nickel has a double Liberty. Sometimes you can find. Oh, we got one. We got one. We got one. Make sure it's the right one. We got it. Everyone get happy. Let me know if you're happy. What do you think it is? It's got the new design. What do you think it is? Get your guesses in. I'm going to zoom in on it. Slowly zoom in on it. What do you think we got? $2009. Look at that. Frazzle Cat nailed it. 2009 Denver. Super scarce, super rare. Very nice. Found one the other day, yesterday. All right, we got 2 coins out of that roll. All right, let's take a look at, don't drop it. So this 83D and 09D, which one do you think is worth more money? 83 or 09? Let's take a look at our book of knowledge. 83D. AU condition, it's probably $1 or $2. It says $1.50 here for uncirculated. I wouldn't sell it for less than $2. And then the 09D in 09D for same grade is $3 with 46 million only made of those. So 2 awesome collectible coins. Another 2 that gets the holders here. I'm going to put the 83 in so it doesn't get hurt anymore. Doesn't get any more circulation marks on it. So here's another way that people will do it to save a staple. I'm going to save one staple because this side is already filled up. So we will do one like that. You can always put a 4th one on if you want. It's up to you. And then this one, 2009 Denver. I had rolls and rolls of these that I pulled out of circulation here in Vegas back in 10, 11, and 12. And then in 18, 17, and 16, I had to sell them all to pay for college. And it was great because it was liquid money. It just was so easy to sell them. I was getting $25, $30 a roll for just circulated nickels that I pulled out of change. Let's see here, 2009D. Found a few P mints, but not many. Today is 5/2/25 live stream. Cool. And then this is the 1983D. At least AU, if not better. This is from the 5/2/25 live stream. So you can't read that, but I know what it means. Very cool. Very, very cool. Back in the 80s and 90s, used to save Canadian and American pennies. I must have over 2,000. Where I began to check them seems overwhelming. Some Canadian pennies, like 1953s and 55s, I think it is, they're missing watermarks, and then the queen doesn't have straps on her bra, and just some different things like that you got to look for. But there are Canadian guidebooks out there, but basically go to eBay and type in Canadian pennies and look to see what's for sale out there. It definitely might be close to mint state. I don't want to say it is. I hate overstating grades on coins because so many people do that. And the difference between an extra fine and an AU or a VF and an EF is so much money that I would rather understate it than overstate it unless we send it off to be certified, which I've done more coins certified than I have cards. Interesting coin. Holy cow. Look at this one. Did they use acid on it? What did they do? It's a 2012. They may have used acid on it. I'm going to keep that one. And we're going to, because if it was struck that way, that's big money. If it wasn't struck that way, and it was just damaged by human beings, then it's not worth anything. That is amazing. That could just be a 5-cent piece of crap or a $500 mint error. So we're going to hold on to it in case it's a mint error. Yeah, grading is very subjective. That's why if there's any kind of value to it, you want to use a third party for that more than you do baseball cards, in my opinion. But what do I know? Just a small-time YouTuber. 1970, keep that one. 80, there we go. 1979 with some toning on it. All right, let's do this one here. ANAX also. ANAX was the original grading service. And they would send you a photograph along with the coin, and then people would swap out the coins with the photographs and stuff. And then that's why they started putting them in the holders. There's a lot of other shady grading companies out there. Same with the cards. It's a XGK Mint State 10. Well, no, it's not. Maybe for your company it is, but you have no credibility. They're just doing it for the money, for the grading. It's like the guys on the Home Shopping Network crap. Just a bunch of horse crap, allegedly. 1978's copper. The American Numismatic Association, ANAX. Some really nasty coins in here. That's probably a copper coin. Can't really tell. Too much damage. I'm going to throw that one back, even though it might be copper. If I had my melting stuff, I'd melt it right here in front of us. 1992, we got to check for the AM. Do we have an open AM or a closed AM? 1992, we need a closed AM for big money. There's an 82 copper. 2010. All right, let's take a look. Is it open AM or closed AM on the back? We need a closed one where they're touching. Doesn't look like it. That's an open. Got an open AM right there. That's too bad. Could have been big bucks. No whammies. What's up, John? Thanks for being here. Appreciate you very much. It's hobby night. Still early. I'm having way too much fun doing this. I was going to do this all through the cancer treatment, but I didn't have the energy, and the emotion and all that stuff made me nauseous. So I have to get all this done so we can get it back in the bank. Exactly. 93. I'm sure there's other AM dates that we could look for as well. But I think the 98, 99, and 92 are the main ones. All right, let's go with another roll of nickels. Why is a flaw in construction of a coin worth a lot of money because it's rare? Yes, the mint has such strict standards that coins are not supposed to get out with flaws or errors on them. If it's a clipped planch or the small clips, those get out every once in a while. There'll be a small clip, but a big clip, or if you have a dime on the front and a nickel on the back, or a quarter and a dime, that kind of stuff, a mule error, those are huge value. But because they have such strict standards, the value of an error coin is immense. Back in the whatever years, the 90s or whatever years, that one's damaged. See, this is damaged by a human being here. Something happened there. I'm not going to keep that one. They actually started pressing. Ooh, we got a good one. We got a good one. We got a good one. All right. This is, to me, this is a $5 coin so far. It's a 1982 Philadelphia. Remember how small the mint mark was on the other one? How much bigger this one is right here. Is that a D? Oh, it's a D. Still, it's a nice coin. I thought it was a P. We'll still keep it, though. It's an 80. Is it a P? It's a P. Because they had worn... Yes, it is. That's a D. Damn it. Who knows? It's a D. But they had worn out dies on most of them. Oh, and it's got crap on the back. So my initial excitement has been worn down to it might be worth 50 cents. All right, never mind. Disregard. I got so excited. 84 penny has double ear. You can get a double ear variety. That's worth a couple $300 depending on condition. Definitely. The 83, the 84 had errors. The 95 double image. Those are much more common than the other double dies. The 82 dime without the mint mark. That's another great collectible coin. Lettuce is here. What's up, Lettuce? Are you going live later tonight? So what I've done last night, and I'm doing again tonight, we have a replay live stream starting a little bit after midnight. For those of you that work all night or have nothing to do all night, just something you can watch. Especially if you're new to the channel, you get to learn some of the previous stuff that we did. There's another one of those here tonight. 1963, but crappy. 06. 64. 81. So I can wish all I want on dates and mint marks, but unfortunately you can't change what you have in your hand, no matter how much you want it to be what it is. Someone else will go look at it and go, you're out of your mind. 86P. Keep all the 86s also for some reason. 88, Philadelphia. Also another good one to keep. Is 1965 quarter 90%, but that's rare. Yeah, so there's very few, if any, 65 silver quarters. I believe someone said they had one. I've never seen one. I don't know. It may have happened since I stopped really collecting a lot. But the 64s, they actually made silver quarters all the way up through 67 with the 64 date on it. So they definitely could have transferred over. It is a possibility. Because they just kept cranking out the 64s to make them worthless because they didn't want people collecting. So too many people were collecting rolls of coins back then. They couldn't keep up with the demand. So another way the government screws with the money, just like they're trying to do this year, but the next guy will come in and change it. So don't get all invested into something that you think is going to be rare. Until the year is over, until the end of the year, you don't know what the mintage of any coin is going to be. Hey, stop production of the penny. Okay, we're not going to make them. Well, then we get to summertime and something happens, and all of a sudden someone else says, we should start the pennies again because there's an entire uprising in the Midwest. They may start making pennies again. Yeah, 40% silver quarters in 76, and then 90% silver quarters in proof sets starting in 1992. They've never made a silver Sacagawea, which I thought they should. Now they got presidential coins and all that kind of stuff. Even the presidents nobody liked. Polk, Harris. 93, Philadelphia. Needed 83. All right, not much to that roll. We're down to our nickels again here. Nickel for a cup of coffee? Yes. You need a coin for a cup of coffee? You get a cup of coffee for a nickel, and you're doing better than me. Come on, get out of that roll. Ah. All right, we'll get to that in a second. All right, what do we got here? Actually, can I get a sip of this pineapple water? Hold on. Sip of pineapple water, please. There we go. Got to keep hydrated. We're getting too much mess here. Let's see what we got in this roll. It's time for this box to kick it up a notch. The other box was outstanding. No silver SBAs, no, but they did make the 99 SBAs, which is really interesting because they waited from 81 to 99, but they finally ran out to where it triggered they had to make them, and they didn't have enough time to wait for the SBA or for the Sacagaweas. So those 99s are pretty cool. I used to have a ton of the proof 99s, holding on to them because they were low mintage. And then one time I needed to feed kids or something, or college or gas or a car, and went and sold them all. What's amazing throughout the years, you save a bunch and then you have to dump them. Try to keep as much as you can. 06, that's where all the silvers come from. Just years and years and years of stuff. 94, 97 nickels. There was collector's versions, lower mintages, have some good value, but if you find them in circulation, it's almost impossible to tell. Did they make one for President John Tyler? I believe they did. There's definitely a Tyler. Is that your favorite non-president or favorite old president that nobody talks about? We'll take a look in the book here in just a second. Let's look for John Tyler, what year that would have been. Because they made like 5 or 6 a year. It's like the quarter commemoratives. There's the Ikes. Love the Ikes. 73S silver clad proof was the key date with 1 million. And those used to be $150, $200 a piece. Now you can get them for 40, 50 bucks for whatever reason. It turns out a million's a lot of coins. All right, there's the Susan B. Anthony's. Some varieties. There's the 99, but they had the proof type 1, type 2. Those used to be worth a lot more money. Here we go. We got Washington Adams, Monroe Adams again. That's Reagan. We jumped all the way to Reagan. Polk Taylor. Tyler, there it is. 2009. Your John Tyler. 43 million of each. The P and the D in 09. Yeah, William Henry Harrison, Polk and Taylor. Tyler and Taylor in 09. 09 was a less made year. And everyone collected them, then all of a sudden they made even less the next year. Like, oh my gosh, those will be collectible. Then they made even less the next years because nobody wanted them. Then all of a sudden, 2012, 6 million. What? That's it? Just 6 million? So these ones with the really low mintage that I bought back then have even no value, even less value. 4 million, 3 million. Variety A, variety B. There's a bunch of different varieties, all kinds of stuff. It's just amazing how they do all that, and it just destroys the hobby. So if you put a bunch of money in initially, the series hasn't ended yet. Yeah, 15DA. What they're trying to do is creating a demand for it because there's a trillion of these in storage that they mint them, and they hold on to them because there's what's called seniorage. The value of the cost of making the coin, then the value of the coin. That value, that seniorage, goes as profit to the United States government. So these probably cost 20 cents to make. They're worth $1, so they get 80 cents of seniorage on each dollar they make. So there's no incentive to stop making them. They actually lose the money on the pennies. They make the money on the dollars. So all these different designs, all these different attempts to try to make them collectible, yeah. 2015 W enhanced uncirculated, only 88,000, 30 bucks. Is it really a collectible coin? We'll find out someday. They continue to make all different varieties, more and more and more. 2019s, 2021s. We don't even have the mintages yet, and they got the A's and B's, and yeah. Then they came back and they started making the 21 and the 21 piece and Morgan dollars. They got a special marks on them, all kinds of stuff. They made 174,000, 173,000, 199,000. Yeah. It's just sad what they do. They're just doing it to make money. But this is what they did with the original commemoratives back in the 50s and 40s, and it killed it. It killed the market. You do another nickels here because I'm starting to run out of energy. The piece, yeah, because people want them. It's like the Buffalo nickel dollars that came out in 2001. Everybody collected them. They're spread out around the country, so not one person had a lot of them, so the value stayed around 150 bucks. Other coins with the same mintages, or you can pick them up for 30 bucks. When silver's down, you can pick them up for 20 bucks a piece because you're just basically paying the silver value right now on a lot of them. Just overproduced. I used to buy the Olympic coins from 83 and 84 really cheap. And then when silver goes up, I sell them. And then when silver goes down, I just keep buying them because nobody wants them. And you just keep putting them away. You get a set of 3 coins for 60 bucks, 20 bucks a piece. And it's just a silver dollar. And then when silver goes up $30, $40 an ounce, then you sell them again. Yeah. It's just a way to make money back in the day when I was trying to make money. Feeding kids and buying diapers and all that kind of stuff. It was a great side hustle back before side hustles. So much to learn. But that's why there's so many things that you may know something I don't. We share the knowledge. We get better at collecting each other's stuff. 57 Denver, 1957. Very common, but we keep them because they're old. 88s. Here's one that's, someone just beat the hell out of that one. Looks like they took a screwdriver to it. Scratching other coins, too. If we were melting nickels, I'd melt that one. Let's do one more penny. You know about some of the modern quarter varieties, right? I've heard of them. We're going to go through a box of $500 in quarters one day, probably next weekend in Texas. I've got a big box there that I think I opened a few rolls, but I didn't know what I was looking for. But I've done some studying since then. Yeah, there's lots of, I mean, again, they make so many different states and so many different things and so many, yeah. Can you keep up with it? It's hard to. Can you afford every coin that ever comes out? No, we tried. A $10 platinum coin was really a good deal back in the day. Platinum used to be worth way more than gold, but now it's worth less. For whatever reason, they quit making catalytic converters. The platinum is no longer in demand as much. How many silver quarters have you found in rolls? Oh, hundreds and hundreds. I found collections in rolls. Is it Arizona State? The bank on the campus at Arizona State, someone had turned in just buckets of silver quarters. And by the time I found out about it, they'd already given a bunch out. But I went in there and I said, can I just buy all your quarters? And they're like, sure, no problem. I probably ended up with 30, 35 rolls of silver quarters at that time. And that's when they were selling for about $2.50 a piece. So I made a huge profit that day. Oh, we got a Wheatie. We got a Wheatie. Someone said they're probably 1 every 10 rolls. We got a Wheatie. It's not an expensive one, but we got one. It's a 1944, looks like. There it is, just a common 44. But it's a Wheatie. That's worth at least 3 cents. We tripled our money on that one. Latina Stella Slots, welcome. Yeah, silver back in 1980 was used in film and photography. Huge demand for silver back then. So when the Hunt brothers tried to corner the market, there was all the industrial demand. Also, computer parts were gold and silver when they first came out because they were conductors of electricity until they found other things to use. And so there's those real demands and the artificial demands to drive the price up. Then when it collapsed, of course, it went way down. After 9/11, silver was around $4 an ounce. I started buying up ingots and things back then, $4 and $5 a piece. Then when silver hit 30 bucks, sold them all off. If you can hold on to them long enough and play the game, because everything goes in cycles. This cycle's just been taking a lot longer. You enjoyed it earlier? Very cool. Do you have a lot of silver strikes, or have you sold most of them? Most of them are gone. I've committed the rest of them to Keon Green. I'm not going back. They don't want me there. That's fine. Screw them. I may go to the plaza and try to find some, but you can't film in the plaza because it's a big freaking tomb. Nothing here. Another penny. We'll try to get through the last 4 rolls here before my back gives out. Kyocho, I keep telling you, if you want to be my shade, just sit in the sun and not play with coins. I don't know what that means. What does being your shade mean? Is that a slang term that I should know? Is that a street thing that I don't know about because I'm an old guy? You kids and your young talk, I don't know what to do anymore. Turn your music down and get off my lawn. Silver's having a hard time breaking that 33 mark. Yeah, it was up briefly, but yeah. Oh, 68 again, nice. Very few of those ever found in circulation. Yeah, but once it gets up there, 40 and 50, then once it breaks that, it'll take off. That's why I'm kind of holding on, but I do have to pay my doctor bills too. They're kind of insistent upon that, so that's why I probably liquidate this group over here. So here's, let's see what we got in here. Oh, this is 1964D. This is no date on it. Those are Kennedy's, looks like. 64, 64, yeah, all 64s. Philadelphia. Could be a mix or could be all Philadelphias. Probably Philadelphias. Yeah, probably all Philadelphias. Let's see what else we got here. Walkers, we got some walkers. We got a walker. 43, 46, those are a little tougher. This last year. 45, 43, 45. A D mint mark 43, 42, 42, 42, 45, 44, and 43. So common dates. $2 bills, cool. Walkers are great, yes. Much better than not walkers. See one more here. What do we got here? Probably more. Oh, more walkers. A roll of walkers? Oh, no, it's a mixed roll. What do we got? 46, 1918. S, 1918 S. Oh, real nice 1941. 1917 S. 41 again, real nice. That's a nice extra fine. That's a nice coin. 1936 S or D. 1936 D. Ooh, a 49 S. That's a key date right there. That's a great coin. 1927 S. Tougher date. 1920. 20. 1936. 1956. Uncirculated-ish. 64. 29 S. We're going to look at those up here in a second. The 1940, 45, 1929 S again. 1918, 46, 64, and then a gold-plated 64. Gold plating wearing off. All right, let's take a look at a couple of those. The 29S, 27S. That's exciting right there. What I'd like to do is an in-person transfer. So if someone wants to, I can take these to work. We can do it at the hotel. Or we can meet at a bank and do a transaction instantly. So the coins and the money is exchanged at the exact same time, as opposed to doing it online or whatever. It's so much better that way. Then everybody's happy. All right, let's take a look at this. Walking Liberty $50. All right, 1929, or say 1918S, in good condition, $22, very good, $28. 17S, reverse mint mark, 20 and 25 for good, very good. The 20s are 20, 30, and $25. So the 21s are 23. Let's see, the 27 and 29. 27S, 17 or $20. 29S, 17, 18. That's actually pretty good. The 41s, what's the cement mark? Proof struck without designer. Oh, okay. 1941 regular, extra fine, $19 a piece. But this is before silver went way up, it looks like. The melt value is much more than that. Yeah, very cool. Or maybe it wouldn't be much more than that. 25 times supposed to be 1250. So yeah, so the coin value on those look like they're better than the melt value. That's the only, yeah, definitely the only way to do it. Yeah, it's really tough selling online and all the fees and then the shipping and then the trust issues and then did you get what you wanted. If you actually go read the comments on my eBay, everyone is very happy, 100% positive. I go out of my way to make sure everyone's taken care of. I don't need an extra $4 for a bad reputation. I'd rather them get a little better deal and stay with a good reputation. You can only spend money on earth, you can't spend it in hell. There's that. Let's do a couple of these. Ron is trying to raise our blood pressure. Uh-oh. What's Braun doing? I think we got an old one in here. I think we got an old one. It might be a 64. I hope it's an old one. Yeah, yesterday was much better with the super coins. But still, there it is. What is it? 1941. 1941. There we go. 1941, just like the $50. Decent shape. There's still some cheekbones and eyebrow bones and hair. And on the back, you can see some of the pillars. So it's not worn to death. It does have some corrosion right there, though. I may toss this one back. I don't want this one destroying other coins. That's too bad. That would have been a good one to keep. That oxidization there is going to eat away, and it might catch on to some other coins. And I don't think you can get rid of it once it starts. Damn. I'm going to drop that over here accidentally. We'll see what happens with it. 74. 64. Looking for another 09 would be great. We found the 09 and the silver in the same roll. That was cool. I guess we did find some stuff. So I know how much we want to do each night on the live stream is enough to fill up this bowl, because then I have to dump that into our bag, which will go to the Coinstar. 92, we'll keep that one. All right, one more roll of nickels. One more. Go to the bank in Virginia City and get some rolls. So I used to have a bunch of $50 from Carson City. I won on a slot machine in Carson City. I think I've told the story before. I took it back to Long Beach where we were living. We lived in Orange, worked in Long Beach. And I listed them on eBay as a roll of Carson City $50. Well, Carson City made $50 and dollars and stuff back in the 1800s. But I listed, these are coins I won in Carson City, Nevada. It was all just regular Kennedys and all that, but you got 20 different coins, including a silver coin in each roll. And I ended up selling all the rolls for $20 a piece for a $10 roll. So I doubled my jackpot money one more time. I've never been back when the Ormsby house has been open. They closed it by the time I got back. They had this awesome, it was a video poker machine, but it took $50. And that's where I got all those $50. So since then, I've never been able to sell Carson City $50 again. I don't know if the Ormsby house has ever reopened. Bought a couple of 09B rolls of nickels. Cool. Yeah, hold on to those babies. They're not making any more of those. That one there, 78. We got here for us. Nothing. Cool. And we'll do our final roll. We picked 9 of each. We're going to get through all 9 of each. Yep, Brian, you got to roll everything back up. There you go. Hope you're all having a good Friday or Saturday, wherever you might be at this point. We'll do a quick drawing at the end here. We'll do one drawing for those of you that hung out that are channel members to celebrate your channel memberness. Get a choice between a coin or a card. Found a couple of coins we'll put in today. And then the cards, of course. Appreciate y'all being here and being patient as we busted through these. The big finish is coming up. Nothing there. Nothing there. All right, cool. Throw some of this stuff away. Always check your wrappers, too, to make sure you didn't leave any coins in them. I've thrown money away before. It's not fun. Give me a moment here. We'll get the wheel of names set up. Show you. Oh, we got a few more pennies left. Oh, there's always a few hanging out. And nothing. All right, cool. That 41 is disappointing. Damn. All right, if you're a channel member, you'll have that box next to your name. And tonight, you get your choice. Got the Nolan Ryan, the John Schmaltz rookie, the Nolan Ryan, the Bo Jackson, the Gary Payton, CC Sabathia, some of the same ones, Chipper Jones, Ed Belfour, Yummer Yager, Thurman Thomas, Mitch Richmond, Tim Hardaway, Barry Bonds, Griffey, and the Cy Young card. And from the coin department, what did we find today? We found, where'd it go? The 43P and the 09D. So you get your choice, coin or card. That's coming up here in just a moment. Make sure you're stateside or close by so I can mail them to you. If you're in a country that won't accept mail, we can't do it. Tariffs and all that kind of stuff that's going on right now. So I won't be mailing anything to China. Probably not Singapore or Hong Kong, but Canada for now until something else happens. Dump all those in. There we go. Got a huge bag of coins. The Cy Young, I believe, is 1961. 1961 Fleer, I believe. I've never looked it up. I probably should. Let me put these guys in our zippy bag. Here's another one that's got corrosion on it. Come on, zippy bag. Some pretty cool coins. Nothing multi-million dollars yet, but we could find one. As much as we're finding of the opportunities to find the good ones. Haven't heard the Therminator in a long time. Yeah, love Thurman Thomas. These guys can go back in. Got that really cool 69 coin. I don't know if that's mint error or human error. We'll find that out. Move you over here. Let's get the Wheel of Names. Close enough. Wheel of Names. W-H-E-L. All right, moments away. These are the people who were here yesterday or the day before. Okay, let's see who we got. We got Latina Stella Slots. We got Real Braun 03. Who else is here still? If you got a channel membership, we'll put you on the Wheel of Names here. I gotta fix the Real Braun. So we got Tyler. We got Island Jenny. We got Phil B is present. Cool. Everyone have a good night. Thank you, Gerald, for being here. We got Dennis O'Neill, the big D. Diana McMahon still with us. We got D. Baldy. Island Jenny, we got you on there. Edwin Cox, it's for channel members. You have a paid membership that we can get you in there, but I don't see there's a little box there, like on Island Jenny next to her name. You can see that right there. Yeah, if you're a channel member, there's Diana McMahon. Cool. McPuddin. Nice. Last chance. Anyone else? Got a smaller group tonight. According to Wiki, Orangeview House in Carson City closed in 2000 for renovation and never reopened. There it is. Yeah, I was there in 1999, going to an OSHA class in Reno when I was at the Long Beach Hilton. And they closed it right after that. I was there also in the early 90s with the baseball team. Got smacked by a gambler because we made fun of him when he threw crap dice. I learned that you don't make fun of people when they throw crap dice. All right, a couple more moments here. Is there anybody else here? We've got 60 people. Tony, welcome. Good to see you. Tony got at the end here. I think you missed all the fun stuff. Make sure you spell some of this right. All right. Thank you for the information, Tony. You always come through. Appreciate that. Last chance. Anyone else? Small group tonight. We had a huge group yesterday. So we got 8 people. 8 people in the drawing. You have a 1 in 8 chance of getting it here. Let's do it. The winner is. See, I'm waiting just in case there's one other person, because every once in a while someone comes in right after. Tanner, what's going on? Thanks for being here. All right, we're gonna zoom in on it. You guys can see the names are right there. It's not a fix. There we go. All right. Our winner is Belly Love Barb. See? There's Belly Love Barb. Almost did it without Belly Love Barb. Okay, cool. Anyone else? Last chance. Last chance. All right, we're shutting her down. I'm going to hit shuffle 3 times. Shuffle, shuffle, and shuffle. All right, move the names around. And here we go. Our winner tonight is Estella. How you doing? Good to see you. Island Jenny. Congratulations, Island Jenny. It's Island Jenny. You woke up, Belly Love? Very nice. Very nice. Appreciate that. Island Jenny, your choice tonight. Got a 43p silver nickel. We got a 2009 D nickel. We got this guy, Nolan Ryan, John Schmaltz rookie, Nolan Ryan, Bo Jackson, Gary Payton, CC Sabathia, Chipper Jones, Ed Belfour, Yarmer Yager, Thurman Thomas, Mitch Richmond rookie, Tim Hardaway, Barry Bonds, Alex Ovchinkin, Griffey, and Cy Young. Your choice, Island Jenny. Barbie's your wife? Oh, cool, my line dancer. Cool. Very nice. That was great. Let me throw you one of these then. You get the family wrench. Can you pick a card for a coin for me? I would go with the silver coin. I would go with the silver coin. Does everyone agree? Let me know. Do you agree with the silver coin or the 2009 D? I'll let everyone chime in, but I would go with the silver one because it's got intrinsic value. I believe we already have one getting ready to go out to you. We'll put it in the same package. You guys all agree with that? Very cool. The silver coin for Island Jenny. We will do that. Let me put your name on it so I don't forget. I'll show you what it looks like. Very good choice. There it is. It's the Island Jenny original. Look at that, huh? Fantastic. And for McPuddin, by special request, let me find a good card here, a valuable card. We'll go with Greg Jeffries. McPuddin wanted an autograph card as well. Here we go. Greg Jeffries. There it is, a Greg Jeffries autograph card with the special there you go, for McPuddin's collection. It's the 3D autograph card. Fantastic for McPuddin. Put it right in the sleeve for you right there. That's a prize collectible for any collection. Fantastic. Thank you, Greg, for participating. All right, y'all, have a good night. We'll see you tomorrow. Mrs. Cash will be in town, and we're going to have a lot of fun doing more stuff. So you guys have a good one. Hey, what's that Greg Jeffrey card worth? Not anymore. All right, peace out. Good night. Coming up at 12:15, there's a live